My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Shadows over Loathing, wherein we are ready to uncurse the fishing rod. Is this the night he chooses me to live a new life above the sea? I'm the hook man, ready to choose. Is this the fish? I'll hear her song. Nobody says and nobody rolls. Wait, hang on. That's not the Fishman voice, right? That's the Glocklin. Nobody says and nobody rolls. Old invisible glub for low. But if you can make this looser a winner, you'll rebirth me upstairs as a dinner. I mean, it's an appealing pitch, certainly. But let me see if I can run away and never choose anyone. No, fair enough. How about this one? I like your hat, man. Nobody knows as trout is sweet as saucy Mr. Calvin Meat. I like to kiss the other trout on the tail or thereabouts, but I'll tell you my most base desire to be fished and thrown into a fryer. What's this game called? There's a game about a fish effectively trying to choose to go up or down, right? And the ultimate choice is effectively whether or not you're going to hell or be served as a fish sandwich, ultimately. It's a very interesting game to apparently play. I watched a video essay about it. That's how I consume games. Basically taking a page out of that book here. Will you choose this one tonight?
I make mischief by a wretched soul. Chaos is vicious, its only goal. Well, almost only. See, I'm very lonely, and to you I won't lie. Tonight I'd like to die by your hook and then be cooked.
You know, I appreciate your honesty. I choose fish sticks. Excuse me? Your mind tingles. The fishing rod curse has caught another fish today. And you get the feeling the more fish you help him catch, the happier he'll be. Wait. Who's he? You know deep in your gut that this curse is a man. Not in the way that sailors talk about their ship using female pronouns. This isn't a male curse. This curse is a man. Weird. It's the uncursing machine. Where do I want to go? The fishing rod's curse, of course. Time to catch some new fish. Right, it's not going to give me the same option again. It does give me the same option again. Strange. Wonder if I should try a different thing. Alright, let's try one more time. Let's take you, the nearest. Glubgluffer-loo. Do we get an alternative? And text? Not at all. You have the feeling the more fish you help him catch, the happier he'll be. Fine. Final thing. Wait, hang on. You're not Glubgluffer-loo. Interesting. So the one we eat goes to the back of the line, basically? Is that so that you choose new ones consistently because the walk speed's quite slow and they want you to actually cycle through all of them? If it is, I can't get that. No. Get some course pattern activated charcoal briquette. We're obviously on a third date. Obi! Keep tootling. Molly's dancing. Gabby. Okay. None of them seem to have any additional text for me to be referencing at this point. Hey, Fancy Dan, I have a case of absinthe. Ah, this'll attract some dour artsy types. I love it. I found this cola. This'll come in handy if any children want to get drunk here. I found this simple syrup. Simple syrup, nice and easy. I found a drum of vermouth. Yeah, baby, vermouth's one of my favorite mooths. I found some olives. Fantastic. Martinis have been a little lackluster, I gotta admit. Ooh. The absinthe is certainly what we're looking for here with +1 mysticality. That is moxie and mysticality. Want anything in it? We can have it neat with no mixer. Or we can have cola, simple syrup, or vermouth. I'm gonna go for cola for the +1 max AP. How about a garnish? An olive for 20% extra meat drops? Absinthe with cola and an olive. Coming right up, you weirdo. He mixes the drink and presents it to you. I choke it down. Fancy cocktail. Let's leave. I love how this area is evolving.
It's a wild wind that wins no woad.
I think maybe you've had enough, Barnaby.
The telephone is the radio of the past, but the television is the telegraph of the future.
No, I'm not gonna pretend that made any sense.
Honesty is the best policy for an honest day's lives.
Your ravings are even less coherent than usual today, Barnaby. I'll leave him to his appropriate milkiness. Now, do I have anything else that might be appropriate? The unpleasant him now. There's something unpleasant about it. Maybe not necessarily cursed, but certainly unpleasant. Text. I didn't accidentally just... Okay, cool. I'm just making sure I didn't accidentally just sell something to him because I heard the sound of income. You don't have anything new to sell me at this point, do you, friend? An expired seltzer, I'll make sure to take one off. Sure, smelling salts as well, that seems relevant and important, possibly. Needed to wake someone up, of course. 10 things I heard about you, well, nope, nothing I can get from you either, buddy. Looks like I have fully cleared this area out.
Finally.
Having done so, I want to go back here and see if... Nope. Can't do anything about the unpleasant one. I mean, I'm assuming I can't uncurse the shadow items there. Right? Because I have a shadow... I don't have a shadow weapon. Increase the damage of a weapon by 1, a chunk of lead, this filthy nugget. Sorry, this filthy nugget, this little nugget of the fifth is how I got filth there. Heaviest stuff in the universe, as far as anybody currently knows. Where's the whistle? Do I have anything remaining that's, like, really even likely to be cursed? Uncursed pocket watch, the haunted duck call. Although I feel like we would have had the opportunity to unhaunt that, dishaunt that earlier. Were that a goal? Don't have any cursed pants, don't have any cursed shoes. Yep. Looks like a no. Very fair. Is there another location other than the soda factory that we need to go at this point? Not that I can think of. I mean, I'm gonna quickly check Hiram's. Oh wait, I get a twisted ankle from the orbs beating me up. I thought I was just gonna be able to get away from that. Okay, right, now I need to... Excuse me. Close that. Empty shelf unless... yeah, I thought there might have been a back room and then a downstairs there. There is not. Time for the soda factory, but before that, we should really go to a restroom and clean ourselves up a little bit. Regular house seems appropriate for that. Excuse me there, my good citizen. Might you have a match on your person? No, but also yes. Well, thank you all the same. Toodaloo. I toodle off. Come on, where's the bathroom? Thank you. I fish in it. Oh, it doesn't even have a line anymore. That's... Your hook comes back with a tiny ring on it. Got an item, the toilet ring. This ring came from a toilet, which is why it's smaller than the ring from a bathtub. At the start of combat, poison all enemies for 2. Okay, I lose the effect of the twisted ankle as well. Wait a second, are all toilets now fishable as a result of having this? Can I fish different items as a result of having this? Hey, boys! My trusted lieutenant, Dorothy Copper? Close enough. And get some anarchist's hardware from her. course. There's no toilet here. Why would I have thought there would be? Chop shop, high rooms. I think we're gonna get a no on both of them. Fine, let's just go to the soda factory. Of course, give a little bit of a musical lesson on the way, getting some experience. Looks like there is just a bland single entry here. This place is pretty abandoned, alright. All that's left is a metal storage cabinet and a few crates of empty soda bottles. Not even any bottle caps left. Phooey. How am I going to invest in the Fallout stock market? This metal cabinet seems like the only thing of substance left. Probably because it's bolted to the floor and locked with a combination lock. I have a look. It looks pretty standard for a 4-digit combination. I crack it open with 7 locks. It's a pretty cheap lock, so you solve it through a simple process of pulling on it real hard while you spin all the dials, so you can feel the mechanism as it releases on each digit. Easy peasy. A bag of loose lithium. This crate is nailed shut, but it feels full. More crates of empty bottles. They're pretty heavy. It'd be a pain to carry one. Damn. If only I were more muscular. This open crate is full of empty soda bottles. Or rather half full. It has 2 cases of bottles left in it. That was a much faster visit to the soda factory than I thought we were going to have there. I may have polished that off a little earlier had I known how easy it would be. Into the secret door and talk to this guy again. Hey, what's up? Still not blowing your cover. That's Ishmael, just in case I want to get a different stat pump. Okay. I just need a different toilet. Is there even another toilet in the area at all? I could have sworn there was. But I appear to be wrong. I can't remember another one. Alright, fine. I'm gonna head to the lake then. That's what you get. In particular, I would like to wander around on the map here. On the side of one of Crystal Dream Lake's many trees, you see something curious. More accurately, you see something strange, which makes you curious. It's a glob of sap that has hardened into amber, but it shouldn't be here. It normally takes centuries for sap to harden this much, and the tree can't be more than a few years old. I collect the impenetrable shellac, get some meat from a squirrel, some stylish gel out of a rock. You find yourself on the road again. Good thing I'm not the Buddha. They give you a worn out look. Not quite a 1,000-yard stare, more like 500. Not really in the mood for jokes right now, to be honest. Take the damn thing. They hold down a ring. Ah, jeez. Look, you know how it works by now. I took it, so you have to take it too. But I'm the earlier you. If I don't take it, then you won't have taken it either. I already did. Yeah, well, from your perspective, yeah. That's the one that matters to me. And when you're me, you'll agree. Take it. Fine, fine. You got an item, the Mobius ring. This ring has only one side, so technically there's no difference between wearing it and not wearing it. It helps you help yourself in combat. What is it? A pain in the ass. You want my advice? Don't use it. Why not? Because you'll find out. Find out what? Why you shouldn't have used it? Ask Chester at Delphine Farm. He'll explain, except not really. They turn and leave before you can ask any more questions. Guess I get up on the wrong side of the bed that morning. Dodge the spider for some experience. I mean, look, it's nice, but... Oh, I gotta fight these now. Really, I'm looking for my my detection device to find the key. Do I not have the detection device yet? It's possible. It's possible I accidentally whiffed that somehow. Okay. I'm gonna go for a call for backup here. Yeah, a little bit more split damage across the enemies. Oh, that'll get one of you down. Thank you much, Lee. Easy to follow up with a weapon attack for the accursed fishing rod. Okay, yeah, no, I should definitely change that. Thankfully, we outlevel these enemies so much that it's just not going to be relevant that I was not wearing the right equipment. A sudden loud "Phew" sound causes you and Dr. Adams to turn around, and a second Dr. Adams steps out of a glowing blue wormhole.
Ah, most excellent. My calculations were indeed correct. Good afternoon, Dr. Adams. How extraordinary. Good afternoon to you. Future Dr. Adams, I presume. Indeed. I'm afraid I have little time in which to converse, and I must give you a warning. Before bronzing yourself for the third time, remember to unplug your microwave oven.
I continue watching.
I don't know what that is, but I'll be sure to make a note of it, thank you. Is this related to the eye patch? Oh, this? No, this is merely for fashion. My intention is to prevent the necessity of robot legs. They will be very expensive.
The two Dr. Adamses shake hands, and you continue on your way. Dr. Adams's mysticality increases by 1. A squirrel gives us... So, fair enough. I am going to drop from that for a second, because I want to put on this Mobius ring. I want to see what it's doing for us. I also want to change to the car door yet again. I want to change back to the projectile ice maker. And the rest of these, I can definitely keep going for a wee bit. Rusty cola can, I check the meat return, and then buy a soda. So, do I just not have the quest item? There we are. Rufus's metal detector, yeah. Portable metal detector. They won't be available for metal years. You know, maybe I need to wander around the museum, specifically around the town of Sandwich. Before you even get to decide whether to avoid them or not, another you strolls up to you and tosses you a bag of stuff. Miscellaneous chemicals, powerful grit, and glowing ooze. Here we go, have fun! Aw, no, come on! You know I'll have to give- No, it's fine, you can use those. I'm not time loop to you, I'm parallel universe you. They hold up their hand and show you a ring that looks like 2 separate loops. Interlinked. Different rings, see? Huh, well, okay then, thanks. No sweat. I gotta run, gotta save my Aunt Martha. Aunt Martha from evil clowns. They leave with a wave. Bye! It's time to wander around the Sandwich Museum. Oh, baby! You spend some time poking around near the woods, near the Sandwich Village, with Rufus's metal detector, and unearth a near impressive pile of trash before finding what you hope is Delia's house key. You get self-adhesive rivets, a chunk of lead, a piece of scrap metal, and a extremely rusty old key, an approximately 240-year-old house key. Then you write Rufus, SIT steam tunnels, on the metal detector and stick it in a mailbox. Time for us to go back in time. The door to this house is locked. You check your pockets for an appropriate key. I unlock the door with an extremely rusty key. You brush off as much of the loose rust as you think you can get away without turning the entire key into loose rust, and then you slide it into the keyhole and carefully turn it. The lock clicks open, and then the key somehow completely disintegrates. You peek in the front door and look around. It looks like nobody's home, which makes sense considering the door was locked. I snoop around. Yeah, I'm not sure why I even gave you the choice there. We both knew you were gonna choose Snoop. Yeah, for real. The village of Putnam. Or the village of Sandwich Putnams. This must be Delia's bed. Look like there's something behind it. A small steel lockbox with the name Delia painted on it. I unlock it. On second thoughts, messing with the context of that box messing with the contents of that box could cause some sort of nasty paradox. You decide to leave it be. This oil lamp is kind of uncomfortably close to the curtains. I move it. You carefully pick up the oil lamp and set it on a mantelpiece. That seems much safer. Did you know that the oil in this kind of lamp comes out of a sperm whale's head? Tell me more. Okay, see, sperm whale fat renders down into a pretty good lamp oil, better than other whales. But more importantly, they also have a reservoir really full of really good oil in their heads, as much as 500 gallons of it. And nobody knows why or what it's for. So once people realized that sperm whales were relatively populous within sailing distance of the colonial coast, it sparked an entire industry. The whaling industry in the colonies began in the 1640s, but that was a fair bit south of here. However, in just 2 years ago, in 1690, whalers started working out of the islands around Lieutenant Harbour. or rather what would eventually come to be called Lieutenant Harbour after its accidental enlistment and promotion during the War of 1774. And within 100 years, those islands became the whaling capital of the world, until of course the whales ran out. But the entire industry was able to still flounder along until the invention of kerosene in the 1850s. Anyway, the point being, this lamp is really state-of-the-art technology around here. That's very interesting, thank you. A white ceramic painted with a nice forest scene. Pretty. No witch's brews here, maybe a witch's stew. Probably just a regular person's stew, actually. A nice antique dining table. Exquisite. Unlocking that is not allowed, evidently. Let's see. What has happened to the House of Putnam? It has nothing particularly unusual about it, rather, except that witches lived here. The security guard is keeping a close eye on the things in here, which is honestly not difficult since there's only 2. Hi there!
Hello, welcome to the Putnam House. Please don't touch the exhibits.
Excuse me.
I don't get paid to know anything about the exhibits. I just stand here and keep an eye on them.
Okay, guess that won't work. The plaque says this iron pan was probably for regular cooking, but we're pretty sure it was used for making small batch potions sometimes. There's an old painted plate on display here. I take a look. This is the plate that used to be on Putnam's mantelpiece. It's held up nicely over the last 236 years. The plaque on the plinth says, "This plate commemorates the founding of the town of Sandwich on All Hallows Eve. How witchy can you get?" You take a closer look, and the plate does indeed have a date in the painted filigree around the edge, 31st of October, 1626. Interesting. We get a new date to check with respect to the museum. I feel like maybe I should go and tell Delia that I saved her house and see if maybe she wants to forfeit some information about that box. Nope. Okay. Fine, keep your secrets. We're headed to the much more active town in Ocean City. Wait, hang on. What was the follow-up again? I've immediately forgotten what we were finally wanting to do. It was check in the Watchful Eye. Our new date. It's too early. We would need the 16s. So wait, we now know the date of the founding. Wait, hang on, excuse me? 1860 to 1879, and it's in here, October 31st, 1626. You find something interesting. The archive doesn't go back that far, but you do find an article about the village's 250th anniversary. There we go. On October 31st, 1876. It says that the town was founded in 1626 by a man named Fulk Proctor, and was considered a nice, if unremarkable, little village, until traders found the town completely empty in early November 1692, apart from one dark-eyed old man, who joined them on the route back in Ocean City. After that, the town remained abandoned and undisturbed due to rumors of a haunting or curse. Spooky. I mean, the dark-eyed old man I'm immediately assuming is Poindexter, right? Poindexter is the person who I know is involved with time travel over in the Crystal Dream Lake area. Just generally all kind of hangs together, seems to hang together rather. But I really wonder, what does this additional information really afford us? Can I tell you some interesting stuff about the exhibit? No, you just don't want to know. In 1692, yes, that makes sense. All of it. How about the graveyard? Maybe that can be altered. No, the town Proctor Doesn't really give us anything new either. I feel like I am now being overly thorough. Hey, I found a new toilet! I cannot fish in it. Okay, so it just turns out that other toilet was a fishable toilet. Good. Glad I don't have to check every single one again. Will you allow me to go into the room of the actual proctor? Who's not part of the house, so it's not part of the tour. There we go, we'll smile. And yeah, absolutely nothing else here is needed for us at the moment. So I guess we'll just be made aware at some point. When that's relevant? Maybe? Time to go to the campus, because I know I have a couple more things there.
A moment, if it please you. Friend Ryan, it occurs to me that my old office here at the Institute may yet be accessible, and if so, then my binder of research notes might be of some value to us.
Oh really? Where's your office?
At the far end of the infinite corridor.
How's that possible?
Mine was one of the first offices in that wing, you see, and they began the corridor from that end.
Huh. Okay, I'll wait here. Companion vignette.
You pause to mop your brow with your pocket handkerchief. Dare say the infinite corridor has gotten longer since you were last here. But at last you've returned to your old office and discovered with delight it is just as you'd left it. A bit dustier, perhaps.
I proceed.
All of your books are still here. Even your autographed copy of Newton's De Motu Corporum Ingirum. Fascinating stuff, that, though a wee bit outside of your wheelhouse. This takes me back. In the old days, you were obliged to use coffee cups for your experiments, as test tubes had not yet been invented. The Dean eventually made a strict rule against japery and practical jokes. Your first periodic table. Earth, fire, air, water, phlogiston. Things were so much simpler back then. Your old desk. As you note with fascination, satisfaction rather, that your standing order to the cleaning lady to never touch it has not fallen by the wayside.
I look for my notes.
You locate the spine of your notes binder in the detritus and yank it out with a quick jerk, such that the remainder of the pile settles itself without collapsing.
Jenged it ridiculously well. Professor Adams learns a new skill. Boring lecture.
Your old lab assistant's desk. What was his name again? Smith? Smith? Schmidt?
Smith? Schmidt. That's another member of the faculty. We might actually be able to look up their name.
You do recall that he used to give you merry hell for mispronouncing it all the time? You wonder if he ever made tenure.
You've recovered the notes for which you came. Proceed back to Ryan.
Well met, Ryan, I have returned.
Hi, Professor. Did you find what you were looking for?
Indeed I have. Dare say I may come in handy in times ahead.
Great, let's go. What is his new skill? Can I see anything about that? I can't really directly inspect this man, I don't believe. Hey, he'll show us in combat, right? Only makes sense. Now, where we really need to go on this campus very quickly is the chemicals lab, as I have an extra chemical. I'll just pour it in myself, drop in the bag of lithium. Fourth hop is now full of lithium. Alright, let's start figuring out what we're looking for here. So I needed chrome polishing, right? I'm gonna go lithium, 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 hair dissolving juice. A polish for chrome should you to be making. Over the equipment there to thinking out how to do with it. Okay. Let's go with... It looks like the symbols on the wall are relevant. I just don't know how. Lithium, arsenic, lead, mercury. There we go. A leather straightening juice. Flush it. Try again. Lithium, arsenic, lead. Leather purifying juice. So yeah, that's more of a confirmation that the opening is... lithium... Or the opening sets the effect. Polish for chrome. Okay, so I know what polishing juice is, because polishing, if I recall correctly, was available when I had, arsenic. So polishing is the final two being lead and then arsenic. So I know that the pattern ends with a 2 and a 3. And I know that it's probably, because it's a new material, it's probably going to require lithium being the opening. So it's going to be lithium mercury or mercury lithium. Chrome bleaching juice, there we go. All right, know how to do it now. It is 4, 1, 2, 3. Chrome polishing juice, just what you needed. Boom, baby. I keep it.
Hi, hello. To go into experiment, how is it?
I finished.
Professor Gambit will be judge of that.
They take a rag and sample of chromed metal out of a desk drawer and test out your polish.
Yes, this is very good of a polish. What to do?
Thanks.
You have to pass in this class with colorful flight. Professor Gambit will be signing a transcript of yours and gladness.
They sign your transcript with a flourish and then leave the room chattering excitedly about how great their motorcycle fenders are gonna look. You've completed your major and you've graduated, baby! We finally did it! I'm sure they're proud! Let's make our way into the courtyard and the Seaside Institute of Technology. Up to the admissions department. Take this, nerd! I did it! Wait, hang on. Which nerd am I trying to say take this nerd to? Douglas? No? Ted? I passed my classes, see? You hand Ted your transcript and he inspects it carefully. After a moment he nods, hands you back the transcript and gestures at the door with a thumb. Thanks, Ted. I enter the stacks. I leave the stacks. That guy is real spooky. Okay, fine. I'll go see what this spooky guy's about. He's got dark eyes. He killed Sandwich, I guess, is what I'm assuming here. The old man is chanting something in a language you can't understand, apparently conducting some kind of dark ritual with a rather important looking book, which you may have already noticed is generating some kind of ominous dark portal. I interrupt it. Excuse me?
Huh? What do you want? Can't you see I'm busy?
Well, it's just that I'm looking for a certain book, and I'll be frankly amazed if it isn't the one you have on the pedestal there.
And you just think I'm gonna give it to you? Get out of here!
Who are you?
You don't recognize me?
Should I? I've only been enrolled in the school for an afternoon.
I'm Dean Wormwood, and if you don't leave immediately, I'll expel you.
I already graduated.
I'm man out of this dimension.
Oh. What were you actually doing?
Didn't I just tell you not to interrupt me?
Yeah, but you're already interrupted now, so you might as well tell me, right?
Oh yeah, certainly. I'll just reveal my entire plan to some random grad student, or whoever you are. That'd certainly be to my advantage.
Would it? Oh, you're being sarcastic.
A stellar observation. Full marks. Now get out of here before I put you on a double secret probation.
Jeez, you don't have to get sore about it. I criticize these candles with my bamboozle and moxie. I gotta say though, I don't think you're gonna get very far with those candles.
Excuse me?
You need some proper occult candles for a job like this, not store-bought. I mean, look, I know a guy.
I'll have you know I made these candles myself. They're pure beeswax and virgin blood.
Virgin's blood on a college campus? Think again, buddy. It's a nerd college, you fool! Virgins are plentiful! Sure, about as plentiful as beehives, right? What? Are you implying that my beeswax is... No, don't touch that! The dean rushes forward as you pick up one of the candles and accidentally brushes it against the portal. He screeches in pain and terror as he's sucked in with a whoosh, like a mouse caught in a shop vac, and then the portal vanishes with a quiet... You get 11 experience. Oopsie daisy. I don't really intend to apologize, though. This is unmistakably the book you're looking for. Oh wait, this is just a copy of the student handbook. There's nothing unusual about it. Ah, shoot. That cursed book's still gotta be around here somewhere, though. Some hobo code knowledge is scraped on the wall between these two shelves. The code reads, Hobo-relevant literature nearby. You scour the nearby shelves until you find the book in question, The Psychography of Panhandling, an academic treatise on begging. Grants a plus meat drops perk. Sounds incredible to me, I read it. Even though its subject matter is complex, this book is written in such a simple language that even a child hobo could understand it. Still, it's gonna take an adult level of willpower to actually finish the thing. I read it. You study the book until you've memorized a bunch of techniques for getting people to relinquish additional meat. Expert panhandlery is just plus 25% to meat drops across the board. You've learned what makes people tick, and more importantly, what makes people feel generous. You drop the book in one of SIT's pneumatic book return chutes so it can be of some use to the next prospective hobo. A rising balance lifts all edges. And I'll be damned if that doesn't look like our cursed book there in the front as well. Oh, excuse me? I've got to be at the very front of the screen in order to interact with it. Ah, here it is. This is unmistakably the book you're looking for. I check it out. Check it out as in examine it or borrow from the library? Both. You got an item, the Librum Umbra Malum Ovula. This book radiates menace. Its spine is as dry and cracked as the spine of a spooky skeleton. The binding reminds you of a skeleton bound to the walls of a dungeon with rusty manacles. The picture of a skeleton on the cover is also evocative of something scary, but you can't place what that is. This book is evil, and we are going to purge it come the start of the next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Shadows over Loathing. Top left is the series playlist for all of my content in the past, present, and future on this video game. YouTube recommendation down below, straight past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. And above the thank you, special thanks this episode to Sorathil. Hopefully you all been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.